Every era believes it is standing at the edge of collapse. Every generation feels the weight of uncertainty pressing heavier than before. The noise grows louder. The divisions feel deeper. The future feels fragile. Yet history whispers a quiet truth. Humanity has always lived inside storms. What changes is not the chaos, but how prepared we are to face it. Long before modern cities, before technology, before borders and nations, humans looked at the world with the same questions burning inside them. Why do we suffer? Why do we fight? How do we live without destroying ourselves? These questions did not begin in our time, and they will not end with us. When fear takes over, people search for fast answers. They choose certainty over truth, strength over understanding, reaction over reflection. And in that moment, wisdom begins to fade, not because it disappears, but because it is ignored. Wisdom has never been loud. It does not compete with panic. It waits. Storms do not announce themselves. They gather slowly. The sky darkens. The sea becomes restless. And by the time people realize what is happening, they're already surrounded by waves they no longer control. This is how civilizations fall, not always through invasion, but through confusion, arrogance, and forgotten values. In every storm, there's a need for direction, not force, not speed, but guidance. And that is when humanity has always turned, consciously or not, toward a single symbol. The lighthouse. A lighthouse is not a symbol of peace. It is a symbol of danger acknowledged. It exists because the sea is unforgiving, because storms are unavoidable, because darkness will come. Wisdom is born the same way. It does not emerge from comfort. It rises from pain, loss, and the collapse of illusions. Every great moment of wisdom in history was forged in suffering. When societies began to rot from within, voices emerged that dared to question everything. When power became corrupt, wisdom stood alone against it. When tradition turned into blind obedience, wisdom broke it. Socrates did not give answers. He asked questions so dangerous that they cost him his life. Buddha did not inherit enlightenment. He abandoned luxury to understand suffering. Confucius spoke of harmony in a time of political decay. Rumi wrote of divine love only after losing the person who defined his world. Wisdom has always been misunderstood because it does not offer comfort first. It offers truth, and truth unsettles those who benefit from illusion. A lighthouse is built by those who understand that ships will crash if nothing is done. Wisdom is built by those who understand that humanity will repeat its mistakes unless someone dares to think differently. It is never built quickly. It is never built easily. It is never built for applause. Power demands attention. Ego seeks validation. Fear spreads noise. Wisdom does none of these things. Wisdom is quiet, not because it is weak, but because it does not need to prove itself. A lighthouse does not chase ships across the sea. It does not flash wildly or scream warnings. It stands still, unwavering, trusting that those who are lost will eventually look up. Wisdom operates with the same patience. It does not force belief. It invites reflection. This is why wisdom often feels invisible in noisy times. When everyone is speaking, listening becomes rare. When everyone wants to win, understanding feels unnecessary. When speed is worshipped, stillness looks like weakness. But wisdom understands something the world forgets again and again, that clarity comes from pause, not panic. That depth requires silence. That truth reveals itself slowly, not instantly. Those who follow wisdom often walk alone at first. They're questioned, ridiculed, ignored. But history has shown repeatedly that wisdom never rushes to be accepted. It waits for the world to realize it was needed all along. Today, humanity stands more connected than ever before, yet more divided than ever before. Information floods every screen, every moment, every mind. Knowledge is abundant, but understanding is scarce. Opinions spread faster than facts. Reactions replace responsibility. We know how to build powerful machines, but we struggle to control ourselves. We know how to communicate instantly, but we forget how to listen. Technology has amplified our abilities, but it has also magnified our flaws. Modern darkness is not the absence of light. It is the excess of noise. It is not ignorance. It is distraction. People do not lack information. They lack wisdom to filter it. We move faster than ever, yet feel more lost. We measure success in numbers, not meaning. We chase progress without direction. And in doing so, we sail deeper into dangerous waters while convincing ourselves that speed alone will save us. Without wisdom, intelligence becomes reckless. Without wisdom, power becomes destructive. Without wisdom, freedom turns into chaos. This is the storm of the modern age, not one of fire and flood, but of confusion and disconnection. Wisdom does not promise happiness. It promises clarity. It does not remove pain. It gives pain purpose. It does not guarantee success. It offers direction. Throughout history, there have always been keepers of the light. They are not always famous. They do not always lead nations. Sometimes they are teachers, writers, parents, philosophers, or quiet observers who choose understanding over ego. They do not control the storm. They simply make sure the light never goes out. Wisdom survives because it is passed on through stories, through reflection, through example. Each generation decides whether it will preserve the lighthouse or ignore it. The future is watching us, just as we watched the past. One day, people will ask what we valued, whether we chose convenience over consciousness, whether we listened to wisdom or silenced it, whether we looked for the light or trusted the darkness. The storm will return. It always does. The sea will never remain calm forever. But as long as wisdom exists, the lighthouse will stand, silent, steady, unmovable. And those who choose to look for it will always find their way.